Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. Gonna wait for some people to start rolling in and hopefully join me this morning for some mindful movement, low impact cardio conditioning and strength. Gunnar is here with me. Little Oliver's taking a nap in the back. That's his usual MO while I exercise. And as you start to roll in, I would love for all of you to just make sure that your space is set up for a little bit of movement. We've got some people coming, yay! Good morning, Casey, good morning, Jan. So if you're actually joining for a workout, if you'll just go ahead and start just marching in place, nice and easy. Hoping that you guys can hear the music. Let me know if you can hear the music, if someone will just give me like a thumbs up in the comments or a like, just so I know you can hear me and you can hear the music. And again, we're just kind of marching in place. We're gonna let some people start rolling in. I started a little bit early. So, how's everybody feeling today? I'm going to openly admit that I'm having a little bit of a struggle today. We have a rainy, kind of chilly day here in the San Diego area this morning. And with all my health issues, that type of weather does not serve me well. So, got a little bit of pain, got a little bit of going on, but I'm still here. I know I'm going to feel much better after I move a little bit. So just join me. So once we get here, great, everybody, I've got a lot of thumbs up and loves and all that, so I'm hoping that means everybody can hear and that you guys are kind of ready to get moving. So if you can make sure that you have your space set up, you're going to want to have your chair off to the side for now. We don't need that quite yet. And you just really need your body. And what I would like for everybody to do that's rolling in is to really set the intention as you come in this morning that you're just going to kind of let everything go, everything that's going on in the world, and just choose to be really present with me here during our workout. Remember, these workouts are very focused on building a relationship with our body through a mind-body connection, and in order to do that, we need to be very present with what's happening here right now. So as you're coming in, just kind of letting go of any thoughts of what you've got to do today and all of that, just see if we can just let that be in the other room for a while. And then also, I want everybody to really come in with an intention of letting go of any judgments of your body. Whatever you're going to do today and whatever your body is going to allow you to do today is enough, and it is good, and be grateful. So we're going to let go of judgment, we're going to let go of striving, and we're just going to be here. We're going to be proud of ourselves for showing up. So if you want to go a little bit more into the warm-up, I'm going to have you pick up your knees. Again, everything that I'm doing is low impact because that's what serves my body well. If you ever want to take it up a level and start running in place or do something else on your own that makes this workout better for you, feel free. I don't know what you're doing on the other end anyway, so I will not take offense. And no matter what, I would never judge you. I always want you to do what's best for your body. So we're warming up the hip flexors here. You should start to feel those getting a little bit looser as you lift those knees. We are definitely in a warm-up mode. And then just kind of take the intention of your arms with it as well. And as you're lifting your leg, I want you to feel how your core muscles, your abdominals, help to lift that leg up. So if you've got a nice upright posture, your ribs are lifted, your shoulders are relaxed, feel your core have to engage to lift that leg forward. Notice how the opposite hand to the opposite leg. So your flexors might be starting to get a little fatigued here. Mine are. They're warmed up for sure. We're going to go ahead and go to a side step. So again, we're just warming the body up. Now that you've been moving a little bit, I'd like for all of us to do a little check. Do you notice how your heart rate has increased a little bit? Do you notice your breath being a little labored? So again, we're just noticing what's happening in our body. We're building that mind-body connection. We're being fully present with what's here. Side to side, always using the arms so that we're warming up the whole body. Perfect. So let me show you some of the moves we're going to be doing. We've got side to side, we've got these that we were just doing. We've got butt kicks, which is where you take your heel to your butt, you work the back of the thighs. And then we're also going to have a grapevine, which is here, where you step behind and tap. You step out, you step behind, you step, you tap. So see, these are some of the different exercises we're going to be doing with some slow movement. So go ahead and join me in that grapevine. And just be mindful that when you're going sideways, be very cautious of your knees. We don't do a lot of side walking, right? So when we go in this side movement, if you have issues with your knees and this bothers you, you could be marching in place. Again, we are still in warm-up. So now we're just going to be in a nice steady walk. And then I just want you to lift your shoulders. Just kind of a goofy little move here, but we're just loosening up through the trapezoids. These are the shoulder muscles that get really tight up at the neck from all the tension and stress, staring down at our phones a lot. It's just a lot of work here. And then go ahead and roll those shoulders. Open them up a little bit bigger. So again, we're just warming up the body. Open up big. Join me for a really deep breath here. So go big and open. Oh, blow it out one more time. Big, open. Good job, you guys. Okay, so we are going to start with that grapevine work, but we're going to be adding balance. I forgot to mention this in the beginning. I'm going to do no shoes because I do like when I'm doing balance work to have no shoes. It works the feet muscles and the ankle muscles and the lower leg muscles a little bit more. So if you want to join me in that, pop off your shoes, throw those aside. If it feels safer for you to have shoes because you need support in your arches and you have issues with your feet, please leave your shoes on. If you're wearing socks on a slippery floor, be mindful of that. Please be safe. You might want to go barefoot so you've got the sticky of your feet. Okay, so we're going to start with that grapevine. You're just going to go nice and slow and tap. We're going to be adding some balance in here, so just bear with me. Just noticing that the body's warmed up now, being fully present with what's happening in your body through these motions. Feel your arms, feel the weight of your arms as they're going back and forth. Feel the rotation through your shoulders. Swinging. Mine feel like dead weights. Do you feel that? Do you feel the weight of your arms? Just present with what's there. All right, we're gonna take this grapevine to a really slow move. So you're gonna step right, step left, step right, lift, I'm out of focus here, sorry, hold. Take your arms if you can, if you're feeling safe in this, I want you to take your arms forward, holding that left leg up, feeling your core engaged, going up all the way overhead if you can with those arms, feeling the balance work in that right leg. You can always have the chair or the wall handy for balance work here. Dropping down. Slowly, just being mindful of what's here. And again, we're going to go to that slow grapevine. I got to remember I need to stay in the camera view. Sorry, I'm learning. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Get ready to set yourself up. One more over. So we're going to go to the left now. Take yourself over to the left. Slow. Set that left foot down. Right is going to come up slow. Slow with the arms. Really notice the left foot that's keeping you balanced. Bringing those arms up nice and slow. Just being mindful of the shoulders that are lifting them up overhead. Relaxing the shoulders at the top by the neck and focusing on the shoulders opening up through the back. Holding that knee up, using your core. Letting that left leg do all that work in the foot and the ankle and the lower leg. Breathing through every motion. Staying present with the breath. And march in place. So your feet should be pretty warmed up and your ankles. work in the back of the thighs. So we definitely have had some flexor and some core work going. So we're gonna go with these butt kicks. You're gonna squeeze your arms in the back. So you really wanna squeeze your tricep muscles and contract as you go back. And you wanna kick your heel up towards your glutes. So you're gonna be kicking, and we're gonna go nice and slow, and then we're gonna go into some holds. So just get here and squeeze the back of those arms. Keeping your knees down by the other knees. So when you kick behind you, you want to make sure that your knee's not folding forward. You're not up here kicking. So you want to keep that knee right down by the other one, keeping those arms nice and straight, feeling the work in the back of the arms, feeling the work in the back of the thighs. All right, get ready to go slow here with me. So we're going to go ahead and go to that right leg. Slowly shift your weight to the right leg. Lift your left toe, keep your knee down, squeeze like you're gonna kick your butt. Squeeze the back of that thigh. Hold balance. You can always come down, you can always have your chair handy. Squeeze the back of that left thigh. Feel the connection of the thigh muscle to the butt muscle. Feel the work in the balancing leg of the right. Keeping those arms contracted behind you in the back. Feeling all the muscles that are holding you in this position. Breathing. When we do balance work, we have a tendency to hold our breath, really mindful of your breath. Stay present with your breath. Drop down, march in place. Woo! So, back of the thighs should have felt that on the bent leg. Stabilizing muscles on the right leg. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna go with our slow press back. So remember, we're just warming up the hamstrings. Pressing the elbows, arms behind us so that we're contracting the tricep muscles, the back of the arms. Squeezing the hamstring in the back of the thigh. We're gonna go on the other leg now, so go slow placement, shift. Get your balance on the standing leg. We're on the toe of the leg that's gonna release. Bringing your heel up behind you. Squeezing that heel towards your butt. Keeping that knee down. I just noticed my knee was way too far behind me. Try and keep your knees tracking. Woo, losing balance. So when you start to lose balance, tighten your core and focus on your stabilizing leg. Keeping those arms here, breathing, really being mindful of breath. Squeeze in the back of that thigh. Flex that foot if you want a deeper work here. Woo! Should be burning a little bit. Drop down. Oh, march in place. So while we're marching in place, let's all go to a breath check. We had a lot of muscles that were contracting all at once. We were concentrating all at once. That concentration will have us sometimes labor our breathing even more so. But do you notice, is your heart beating a little bit faster? All those muscles were contracting, which means they were calling for blood. They needed a blood source to come and fuel them. That comes from the heart, right? So your heart should be beating a little bit faster now, so just be present with that. Notice what's happening in the body. Just march in place. While you're marching in place, or while you're kind of letting yourself come down a little bit, my heart rate definitely went up. We're going to have our chair now. For those of you that weren't already using the chair to help out with balance, we're actually going to be using our chair for sit, stand, squat work. So we will need to be sitting on it. So go ahead and get that front and center. And I know I always talk about either a large book or a firm pillow. So I use these sandbells for my firm pillow, and I'm actually going to use a couple of them. The reason I suggest that you put yourself in this up position is because we are going to attempt, for those of you that feel comfortable with it, you're going to attempt to be in a squat hold and like in the sit stand position, and it can be sometimes hard on the knees or hard on your low back. It bothers both for me if I don't have support. So if you feel like you have a weaker, overly arched lower back, please make sure you prop yourself up for these, or certainly you can just sit stand without the holds that we're going to do. Those of you that want to stay in a chair, that you just feel safer in a chair, or your body's just not really wanting to be up today, again, no judgment, right? It's where you are today. You can be in the chair and you can be doing, so let me show you what you'll be doing in the chair. You can alternate where you're lifting your knees up, working those flexors. And then when we're doing some of the squat hold work, you can be extending your leg out and contracting the top of your thigh and then bringing it down and doing the same on the other side. We're gonna be doing a lot of work through our quads. So that's what you can be doing in a seated position as well. And whenever I'm explaining, if you guys can just keep marching in place or whatever is working for you, jumping jacks, just keeping your body moving a little bit. So let me show you what's gonna happen. You're gonna be wanting to set your feet about hip width apart, possibly a little bit more. It depends on your body. Everybody's body is so different. So what you need to do is find a position for your body that feels safe to sit and stand. So just do a couple of those right now with me, where when you've got your arms out, does it feel safe for you to sit and stand in this position? So this is where we're gonna be, up and down. We're gonna be doing a lot of work through our thighs, but making sure that you find a position and making sure that your toes, they may have to go outward a little bit because your knees may need to go outward. We want to make sure that the knees aren't ever buckling in or not too out either. So finding the balance of your body, your structure. All right, so join me in the sit stand. So we're here, we're going to keep our arms up, but again, we don't want to be up here with our shoulders. We want to have our shoulders out, but we want to lift kind of from the muscles in the back. Let these upper shoulders really relax. So bring them up here for me. Join me here, and when you go to stand, I want you to be mindful of your belly. Your core actually works to help you stand, so we're going to be mindful of that. We're going to stand together, so here we go, nice and slow, stand, hold. Feel the work in your belly and in your back, your legs, your shoulders. Press into your feet, slow, all the way to the top. When you get to the top, I want you to squeeze your butt muscles and your thigh muscles as tight as you can. Now release the squeeze and drop down. And again, you're making sure your chair is behind you. Don't miss the chair if you're gonna sit all the way down. Set, arms down, breathe. So again, be mindful of breath the whole time, you guys. It's hard for me to remind you to breathe because I'm trying to breathe and talk. So just always be very present with your breath during this, especially when you're concentrating. That's when we hold our breath. So just pay attention, breathing all the time. Okay, shoulders out. Lift, whoop. Here we go. Okay, I gotta find, reset myself. So lift and hold. So hold, feel the pressure in your feet. Feel the top of your thighs. Do you feel them on? Do you feel the work in your core holding you in this position? Do you feel that slight little burn? Press up, slow, mindful of your knees. If anything starts to bother you, please be mindful and take a break. Squeeze when you get to the top, breathing through it. Feel the connections of your butt muscles to the back of the thighs, the front of the thighs, the knees. All of it should be fully contracted, squeezing, squeezing. We're gonna shift back into sit, relaxing, sitting your butt back like you're gonna sit down. Keeping your core nice and tight to release your low back. Sit, slowly down, breathe. All right, we're gonna do one more. Ready, here we go. These are not easy. Shift arms forward, shift the body forward. You're in, oh, hello, hold, hello, top of the thighs. Feeling into the top of the thighs. Breathing into the top of the thighs. Slowly pressing up, slow, slow. Do you feel that shake in your thighs? I've got a shake going. The muscles are on. Squeeze the butt. Squeeze the front of the thighs, back of the thighs. Everything is tight and firm. Shoulders are relaxed, even though we're holding our arms up. Release the squeeze. Set the hips back like we're gonna sit. Mindful of that low back. Keep your core on. Find your sit and drop down. Oh. All right. Together, we're just gonna do 5 sit stands. Arms are just gonna come with us. So here we go. We're gonna stand, up, drop. Here we go, and stand. Breathe in with me, guys. Stand. And again, up overhead. One more. Sit, stand. Roll the shoulders. You should feel your thighs. They should definitely be on. So just go ahead and rock those back and forth. We're gonna release a little bit of that tension. Whew. All right, march it out a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and put our chair to the side again. We are going to be hitting the floor here shortly, but let's just do a little bit of low impact cardio again. I don't know about you. Whew, my thighs feel it. So we're going to do a breath check again. So just march in place. Feel your heart rate. Do you feel your heart rate increase? Do you feel your breath being a little bit labored? And just being present with that. Whew, just march it out. Let those arms come with you. Kind of let the hips go loose. So just let your body be a little bit loose. Nothing stiff here. Shift side to side. Allow your low back to loosen up a little bit. We're going to be doing some core work when we hit the floor, so we might as well loosen up that low back a little bit. Nice and easy. Upright posture, we lift the ribs. Kind of sway the shoulders if you can. So just get yourself to loosen up. Leave the feet down now, just loosen your body. Kind of like a Gumby doll. So just find a motion that feels good where you're just going loose. Go with the music a little bit. Let the arms just sway. Feel the arms, feel the weight of them. Mindful of the breath. Perfect, guys. All right. Okay, before we hit the ground, we're going to go a little forward to back walking. So when you're going to go forward, forward, and then back. And I want you to notice how your gait changes. So when you're walking forward, forward, just pay attention to what's happening in your body when you walk forward. Now walk back. Do you feel any difference in your feet? Do you notice how you kind of go toe, heel, right? Now let's walk forward. Really pay attention to your feet. Now walk back. Feel the difference when you start to walk back. One more. Perfect, guys. Hope everybody's enjoying moving their body a little bit. I am. All right. So we are going to find our way to the floor. Unless if any of you have a heart rate that you felt like got a little bit too high for you. I know we're not doing anything super high intensity here, but again, everybody's conditioning is different. Everybody's body is different day to day. So today, for instance, my heart rate's a lot higher than it should be for what we're doing, but that's just where my body is today. So I'm being mindful of that, being present with it, not judging it. But if you feel safe with a fairly low heart rate, let's go ahead and hit the floor together. You do need your hand weights or your smaller water bottles because we are doing a little bit of weight work if that feels safe for you today. If not, certainly you can just use your hands. I'm hoping that you guys can see me pretty well down here. We'll see how this goes. Okay. So, when we're on the floor, we are going to have the weights in hand. Let's go ahead and really feel our back on the floor. So you want to feel that your shoulders are setting back on the floor, your mid back, your low back will have that kind of natural slight arch. If you feel overly arched, I tend to go there. I will tilt my pelvis just a little bit just to have an adjustment. Our feet are nice and flat, our knees are pointed to the ceiling. And we've got our weights straight up over us. So we want to have our weights right over our chest line. We don't want to be up here overhead or too far down here. So just looking where your chest line is, stacking up your wrists, your elbows, and your shoulders. And we're going to go one at a time where you're going to come down. And you want to keep your arm very close to your body as you press up. So we're not all the way out here. You want to really keep the arm. It's almost like you'll feel your inner arm brush up against your ribs. And then you press up and you meet the other one. And we stay up if that feels okay for you. So we're just going to alternate a press. Just really feeling the inner arm brushing up against the side of your body. Noticing the grip on your weight. So we do want a tight grip, obviously, so that we're holding the weight and we're working the forearms, but we don't want to be overly gripping the weight. Sometimes if you're overly gripping, that could be a sign that your weight is actually too heavy. Your body's not feeling safe and it's over gripping. So just be mindful of that and be mindful of breath. So now we're going to take both down together. We should be a little warmed up. We're going to go very slow. So you're going to drop the weights down. Your elbows are going to come down again towards the side of your body. And it's almost like you're crushing your rib area. And then you're going to keep those elbows in towards your body and you're slowly going to press up. Slow. This is where we tap into that inner sloth. We're going to come down, slow. Breathing through it. Feel the weight as it's coming down on your body. Now engaging those muscles, really set your shoulder blades back on the floor. Press those inner arms towards your body and press the weights up as slow as you possibly can. Breathing through it. And again, coming down. One more up. So remember, slow. Press the inner arms towards the body. Set those shoulder blades down in the back. Press up. Now, if it feels safe for you to hold here, you're going to hold and we're going to do some bridges. If you want to put your arms down at any time, you certainly can. So we're going to lift our hips up. And we're going to drop them down, but not going to the floor unless you want to stay at a level 1. Then you would drop down to the floor and you would lift again. If you can, you're going to stay up at all times, hovering the floor. So we're up, and then you hover. And I want you to really press your feet into the floor. Feel your feet into the floor. Feel your lower back as it connects to your butt muscles to lift you. Feel your hamstrings, your glutes, everything engaged on the back of your body. Feel your shoulders holding these weights up. Okay, we're going to get into a hold. So go ahead and hold. If you want to add the weights, this is where you're going to do that. You're going to stay in this hold. You're going to let the arms drop down. Nice and controlled, and press up. Breathing slow. One more. Keeping that core nice and tight. Here we go. Press. Okay, hips are going to come down slow as you possibly can. Feeling your feet into the floor. Feeling the back of the legs. Feeling the butt muscles. Slow. And then the arms are slowly going to come down and release. So we're going to shake out the arms and the hands a little bit. So go ahead and just taking the weights out of your hands, obviously. Roll your wrists a little bit. Open and close your hands. All that gripping work that we just did, we're just releasing that. We just kind of shake out your arms. Let's take those knees side to side to release any tension that came up in the low back on those bridges. All right, we're going to do some core work now, some actual, I always say core, and core actually means a lot more than what I'm saying, but abdominal focus work. And it will be weighted if that feels safe for you, only if that feels safe for you. And, sorry, I'm having a little bit of a brain fog. That tends to happen on my flare-up days. Okay. We are going to, if you want to add weights, go ahead and grab the weights. You're going to put them up in the position that we were in. Wow, my arms actually feel pretty shaky today. And you're going to have your knees in this tabletop position, if that feels safe for you. If not, you can be here and you can just do the upper body separately. You can just kind of watch and see what feels best for your body as far as the different moves. There are 2 levels for this. So let me show you a level 1 is going to be here, where what we do is we open and we drop bent leg, and then we come to close. That's level 1. If you want to go to level 2, you're going to open to a long leg and then close. I will be doing level 1 with whoever wants to join me on that today. For sure in either level, especially level 2, when you're dropping your legs long, being very mindful of your lower back. If your lower back starts to arch or you feel all the work in your lower back, please drop a level or take a break. Low back is not the focus of this exercise. It should be all through the belly. We're going to be breathing together on this one. So let's go ahead and get whatever position feels safe for you. All right, so knees are to the ceiling, arms are up. We're going to breathe in as we open and exhale as we close. Inhale. Exhale. Nice and controlled. Inhale. Exhale. Really mindful of the low back, relaxing through the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. And again, really feel the belly pull those legs up. Inhale. We're going to get to a hold here. Inhale. Hold. Pull in. One more, really mindful of that low back. Take a break if you need to. Inhale, open to a hold. Hold and pull in, slow. Push the air from the belly. Weights are down. Legs are up. Go ahead and bring those knees to chest. Stretching just a little bit, releasing the belly. And then let's take those knees side to side. So we're going to try that again and just being very mindful of going nice and slow and controlled and just staying with the breath. So it's hard for me to talk to you while I'm also guiding in breath. So what I want you to be very mindful of on this next round is you're taking that nice deep inhale as you're in that open position. You're feeling the stretch through the chest. Just be mindful of everything that's happening. And when you exhale, I want you to use your abdominal, your diaphragm muscles to help as you're pulling the weight of your legs in and you're pulling your arms up, that you're really contracting those stomach muscles with that out breath and using that diaphragm to press that air out as you come in. So I'm going to do it with you, but I can't guide you in that. So that's kind of a prep of what you need to be mindful of when we're doing this together. So let's just do a few more here. So arms are up. If you feel safe using the weights, again, we're going to put ourselves in the knee to the ceiling. Shins should be the ceiling. Mindful of your low back. I needed to adjust mine. It's a little bit too round for me, so I adjusted. So just being mindful of that. So again, we breathe in while we're open, and we breathe out, exhale deep as we come in. And we're really mindful of using our stomach muscles for breath. So here we go. And inhale. Relaxing through the shoulders. Inhale. Inhale. Really feel the belly. Inhale. Oh, you're in my way. Let's just do one more. Inhale, open. Exhale. Slowly dropping the hands down. And then we are slowly, bent leg, slowly. If you can, if you feel safe for your low back, I want you to drop your legs as slow as you possibly can, feeling the connection of your core. Feel how it reaches all the way up under the ribs to drop your legs. If you notice anything in your back, engage your core. And side to side with the knees. Whew. So hopefully you guys felt that. I feel a little shaky. The shaky is a good shaky. So we want to make sure the weights are out of our way now. We're going to do a little bit of stretching. There might be some strength that sneaks in here, so we'll see what happens. All right. So side to side. We're kind of massaging that lower back, really relaxing through the shoulders. And you guys get really mindful of your breath. I'm going to do a quick music switch, so I would love for you guys to just really get comfortable with your breath, staying on your back. All right. So hopefully your bodies have warmed up. We definitely covered all the muscle groups today, pretty much. So, oh boy. So as we're in this lying position, we're going to do a few pelvic tilts. I struggle with a very weak low back. I believe actually a lot of us do and we don't realize it. So the best way to work a weak low back is to tilt your pelvis and press your back muscles down onto the floor and then release it. So we're going to do that a little bit just to really work that muscle before we get into some stretching. So I just want you to go ahead and tilt your pelvis, feel your lower back connect to the floor, really hold that stretch through the lower back, relaxing through the shoulders, pressing through the feet, and then release. And if this is bothersome, certainly don't feel like you have to do it. Be mindful and listen to your body. Go ahead and tilt your pelvis again, pressing that lower back into the floor, breathing, and release, and again, pelvic tilt, feeling that lower back, and again, release, and again. So what it is we've got that opening through the lower back, right? What we do is we tilt our pelvis so that that opening is no longer there and the back is connected to the floor. We're working those lower back muscles. So just hold here for a bit. Really relax through your shoulders. We are in a pelvic tilt hold. Again, only if it feels safe for you, just being in that hold, really relaxing through the rest of your body, and just feeling the lower back, and release. Perfect. So your left leg is going to stay bent, knee is to the ceiling. Your right leg, knee, is going to go towards your right shoulder. You're going to feel a stretch through that inner thigh, through the back of the thigh. Just really relaxing through the upper body. Even though we're using our upper body to hold our leg, we want to make sure we're not really pulling into that. So just relaxing the upper body, allowing the hands to just gently hold that leg. Again, with stretching, we are allowing for stretch. We are not striving, letting go of the strive. So slowly, you're going to straighten that leg, feeling the connection of your hamstring in the back of the leg. So really feel the back of the leg. I suggest you close your eyes so you can get really grounded in the feelings and sensations in your body. Feel how the back of the thigh connects to the back of the knee. Pull that right toe towards your body. Now feel how the calf muscle, the back of the lower leg, is connected to the back of the knee, to the back of the thigh, to the heel. Just feeling into the stretch, feeling into all the connection points of the back of your leg. Allowing for a nice deep opening of the muscles. And now taking the flex away, let's go ahead and just soften that knee and pull back into our right shoulder. And then take that right ankle, placing it on your left knee. Noticing if you have shifted your hips now. So kind of you may have to look down your body to see that you're in a straight, neutral line, relaxing through the shoulders, and then again, closing your eyes if you feel safe with that. Arms are out to the side, shoulders are relaxed. We're going to lift our left bent leg up so that our left shin is facing the ceiling, and we're opening up to a stretch in the right hip. And you're just going to pull that left knee towards your body while keeping that right knee outward until you feel a nice stretch in your right hip. And again, just breathing into any tension here. Our in-breath allows healing energy in, and every out-breath is a letting go. And then slowly lowering that left leg down, left foot down to the floor. Allowing your core muscles to feel that you're working to drop that leg. And then go ahead and take that right foot flat to the floor, right knee is to the ceiling now. And our left leg is going to go up. We're going to take our hands and put it behind the left hamstring, left knee to the left shoulder. And feeling that deep stretch through the inner thigh and the back of the thigh. And then we're going to slowly straighten that leg. Again, just finding what position works best for you. Just simply allowing for a stretch that feels safe for your body. And as you're in that straight leg position, feeling the connections in the back of the left leg now. Feel the connection connection of the hamstring, the back of the thigh to the back of the knee. Go ahead and take that left toe towards your body, opening into a flex position. Now you're going to feel the connection of your calf muscle, back of the lower leg, connect to the back of the knee, to the back of the thigh, and pulling into a deeper stretch if that feels right for you today. Releasing the flex of the foot, softening that left knee and bringing that left knee, towards the left shoulder. Just staying mindful with the breath. Taking that left ankle to the right knee, and again noticing if you need to readjust your hips in any way to keep your body straight. Arms are nice and relaxed out at the side, shoulders are relaxed, breathing is relaxed. We're going to take that right leg up. So now we're taking the shin towards the ceiling, lifting that right leg, pulling into a stretch on the left hip. So you're bringing that right leg towards your body and keeping that left knee outward, and only what feels safe for your joint and your muscles in that left hip joint. Just feeling the stretch, breathing healing energy into any tension. With every out breath, letting go. Slowly bringing that right leg back down, foot to floor, but slow so you can feel the connection of your core muscles, your belly muscles are on, while that leg is dropping down. Perfect, and then go ahead and take flat feet. Taking the knees side to side again. We're gonna walk the feet towards the right, just the littlest bit, and then we're gonna drop the knees to the left. We're gonna get a slight twist stretch here, but be very careful on twisting. You don't ever want to force it, just gently let those knees drop to the left. Trying to keep the shoulders fully relaxed and both of them flat on the floor. Just being mindful, if this feels uncomfortable for your back in any way, please stop. And then slowly bringing those knees back to center. We're going to gently walk the feet now to the left side of our body, just very slowly, and shifting the hip a little bit if you need to, and then you're going to drop the knees to the right, allowing for a stretch to the left. And then let's go ahead and take our legs long, and taking those arms, if it feels safe for you, you're just slowly going to raise them up out to the side, and then all the way up overhead, if that feels safe for you. If you have issues with your shoulders or your neck and you would rather stay down with your arms, that is fine. If you can, just opening up, trying to keep your arms as close to the floor as possible so you can really feel an opening through your chest. And reaching up overhead, nice and slow, trying to keep your head neutral. And then just reach long. So just reach your toes, pointing those toes, pointing those fingers, and just pulling yourself as long as you can, feeling a deep stretch through your entire body, opening up through the spine. Taking some nice deep breaths here, really feeling your ribs open up as your lungs expand. Taking the breath all the way through your belly. Let's go ahead and bring the arms down to the sides, just slowly, slowly down to the side. Palms are towards the ceiling if that feels okay for you. We're going to take a couple of really deep breaths here. And when we take these breaths, I want you to open up through your chest, your belly, go all the way through your diaphragm and your belly so that you actually, in your in-breath, you feel the opening through your chest, your ribs, you feel the opening through your belly, the lift of your belly. And then when you press the air out to exhale, pressing out through that belly, like use the muscles of your belly and your diaphragm to press the air out the lungs and out your mouth. So we're going to take that nice in-breath through the nose and then out through the mouth together. And again, trying to use all of the muscles in the front of your body. So here we go. In-breath. And exhale. Inhale. to the top, all the way to the top. Open up. Exhale, press. Use the muscles in your diaphragm to press all the air out of your lungs, all the way to the final end of the breath. And again, inhale all the way in, pulling the air all the way in, through your chest, through your belly, all the way. Lift and open, and then exhale, press out, feeling the muscles of your belly, press the air out through your lungs and out, and fully relax. Just lying here with your eyes closed and just being present with all the sensations that are in your body right now. Fully relaxed, fully present. We're going to take our mind's eye through a quick body scan and just be present with every part of our body. We're going to start at the toes. And we're going to take a gentle awareness to the toes, just simply feeling into the sensations of our toes, feeling the toes to the ball of the foot, the arch of the foot, the heel of the foot, and the top of the foot. Feeling into any sensations in our feet. Feeling the connections of our feet as we gently take our mind's eye to the ankles, the lower leg, feeling into the muscles of the lower leg and how they fully support the bone of the lower leg. Gently shifting our awareness to the knee that connects the lower leg to the upper leg. Feeling the muscles at the top of the thigh, the sides, the back of the thighs, our inner thighs, feeling into the muscles, breathing into any tension in the thighs. Feeling the connection of the thighs to the buttocks, the hips, the pelvis. Breathing any healing energy into this area of the body. We tend to carry a lot of tension into this area. A fight or flight area of the body, the legs and the hips. Breathing healing energy into this area of the body, and with every out breath, letting go. Feeling the connection of the lower body as it connects at the waist, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back and the shoulders. Feeling the pressure of our whole back on the surface beneath us. Feeling into the shoulders as they connect to the arms, the top of the arm, the elbows, the lower arm, the wrists, the hands, and the fingers. Being fully present with any sensations in the arms, feeling the weight of the arms on the surface beneath us. Gently taking our mind's eye to the front of the body, to the belly, feeling the gentle rise and fall of the belly through every breath. Shifting our awareness from the belly to the chest, feeling the gentle rise and fall of the chest. With every in-breath, being fully present with every out-breath. Noticing the beating of our heart. Being fully present with our breath and our heart. Aware that this is how we live. By a heartbeat, by a breath. That is our life. Being very grounded in this moment, present with the sensations in the body as a whole body, and taking this moment to be so grateful for what this body just allowed us to do. Being grateful for what this body allows us to do every day, spending time with our family and our friends, being present in this world around us, simply allowing us to exist in this world. This body is a gift. And we take this moment to be fully grateful for every single thing it does for us. Just lying here, being present with the breath, staying grounded in every in-breath as it enters the body, and every out breath as it exits the body. Keeping your eyes closed. While I read these words to you, I want you to hear yourself saying these words to yourself. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete, and yet life is ever changing. There is no beginning and no end, only a constant cycling and recycling of substance and experiences. Life is never stuck or static or stale, for each moment is ever new and fresh. I am one with the very power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I rejoice in the knowledge that I have the power of my own mind to use in any way I choose. Every moment of life is a new beginning point as we move from the old. This moment is a new point of beginning for me, right here and right now. All is well in my world. I want to sincerely thank everybody who chose to be here live with me today. It's always nice to just know that I can share this time with you. I hope that you enjoyed that. My body is definitely feeling a little shaky, so I know that I worked. That's something that I always want you guys to remember is whatever you're doing in any type of exercise, that you're always working, and just be grateful for what you can do and never judge yourself for what you can't do. Gymbit wellness tip, I really want us to get grounded in water. I know I keep talking about water, but it is so important, especially with this health stuff that we've got going on. We really need to make sure that we are hydrating, and basically it takes about 30 days to build a habit. And so I'm going to just keep poking at you guys for the next 30 days. I know I started this about a week or so ago, but about getting water in your body. So I'm going to really ask you guys to take a bottle that's like this size, or a little bit larger, but about this size. Have 2 of these bottles. Fill them up every single morning. Put them somewhere in the kitchen or whatever, and drink off of those 2 bottles all day long, so that at the end of the day you have 2 empty bottles. If you drink more than that, fantastic. Ideally that's better, but at least to get 2 large bottles in, fill them up every morning, drink them. And then I still highly recommend putting a small water bottle by your bed before you go to bed. In the morning, first thing, drink that whole bottle before you even get up, and let your body fully hydrate before you even eat. So just being mindful of water. And then also, I was texting with one of my friends/clients this morning about just snacking a lot right now. A lot of us we're bored. We're bored, we're stressed, we are eating when we really don't need to be eating. Our bodies aren't necessarily hungry, but we don't know what else to do. So a couple things I would like to recommend with that is paying attention, just being mindful. When you land in the kitchen, asking yourself, why am I here? Am I really hungry? Do I really need to eat? And if not, maybe just walk away for 5 minutes and find something else to do. Find things to do that you're doing stuff with your hands. Color in a coloring book. Play some games with your family. Do something that has you working with your hands, because if you're doing something with your hands, you're not taking your hands and putting food in your mouth. So, something to think on that. Because you are maybe doing more snacking, it would be a great time to really be mindful of your meal portions when you actually sit down to an actual meal. So, if you've been sort of snacking all day long and then you sit down to your dinner and it's a big full dinner, you've already gotten quite a few calories in through the day of snacking. Make your meals, when you sit down mealtime with family or whatever, just make those portions significantly smaller, so that way you're at least kind of balancing out the calories, since you took in a lot maybe through snacking through the day. And then again, just being mindful of what's in the house. If you have kind of unhealthier food choices available for snacking, then you're gonna eat them because they're there. So I highly recommend that you don't even have it in the house. We don't let certain things enter this home because if it's there, I'm gonna eat it. So fill the house with healthy snacks. Carrots, celery, things that you can crunch on when we're stressed out. Actually, that chewing is very soothing, and so self-soothe with some carrot sticks versus pretzels or candy or whatever it is that maybe is not quite so healthy. At least with vegetables, you'll be getting some vitamins in. So that's just some tips I had to kind of help us during this time when I know all of us are out of routine and our eating habits have kind of gotten a little wacky. So always, if you have any questions, feel free to message me anytime or make comments. Ideally, making comments on either these videos or even just making a post out to the entire group when you have a question is the best way to go, because that way, when people chime in with some ideas to maybe help you out, other people can see that. So it's out for everyone to see, and you could be helping someone else that's having the same struggle you are, or offering up a tip. If you offer up a tip, you could be helping someone out as well. So, and again, I'm just really imploring all of you to get more active on the main feed, to post things, post anything. Like if you're posting on your regular personal page, post in the group as well, just letting us know that we're not alone. It's about healthy living, but it's also about community, and just that we can be together during this time of isolation and know that we're all really trying to keep moving and stay healthy and stay active. So, all right, that's enough. You guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to be having that live chat tomorrow about mindful meditation, explaining what it's done in my life, how easy it actually is to adopt a consistent practice. So I would love for you guys to join me, 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, live. You can ask any questions you want after I'm chatting away, and I'd love to see you there. All right, have a great day, guys. Spread your light, spread your love.